Welcome back. I'm joined by Matt Dowdle and Julian Council to break down some of the Heisman frontrunners and project their NFL readiness. So we're going to start with Julian. You're going to act as the college scout. Dowdle's going to act as the NFL guy. So Julian, starting with you, let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater, one of the guys who people are thinking could be the #1 quarterback taken this year.
Yeah, and when I think Teddy Bridgewater, I think efficiency and leadership. I mean, throughout his career at Louisville, he's been a 69% completion rating, and that is phenomenal. This season, he's only thrown 2 interceptions, and their only loss came against UCF. Wasn't his fault at all. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, I feel like will be NFL ready after this year.
Exactly, and I agree with you. The big thing about Bridgewater I love is that in comparison to the rest of the quarterbacks out there, to me, he's always NFL ready in the sense that he is great in the mental game. He already has the raw tools he needs to succeed, whether it be the accuracy, the arm strength, and things of that nature. But the area that he's developed most in is pre-snap reads, and after the play is over, getting his team to line, again, being able to read a defense. Other quarterbacks, coaches set them up for success. They allow them to learn how to read a play as the play is going on, which is a great skill set in of its own. But the fact that he can come up behind center and start adjusting to how the defense is set up, that makes him the most NFL-ready quarterback out of this group so far.
Well, a lot to like from Teddy Bridgewater. Let's talk about Marcus Mariota, the quarterback for Oregon.
When I look at Marcus Mariota, it's all about, he's got the it factor. You know, Oregon is winning games, he's putting up big numbers, and he's not really making mistakes. I don't see Mariota maybe being that ready right now, but throughout the season they keep winning games, he keeps playing well, not turning the ball over, then yes, but as a sophomore who still has 2 more years of eligibility, I just have a hard time seeing him going right now.
You know, I questioned him at first, but the thing I love about him this year is that he has the ability to throw all over the field, whether it be deep throws, short throws, between the seams and on the outsides, and he doesn't fear doing that. He doesn't stick with middle passes or checkdowns to his running backs. He makes the throws everywhere, and he's not afraid to play on a big stage. The one thing that I question is Oregon has just boatloads of other offensive weapons on his team. When he gets into a situation where he doesn't have that necessary talent around him and maybe the defense can match up a lot better, I don't know how he'll succeed there, but I do see great things for him when it comes to the NFL.
Well, he's got a lot of people who are even comparing to somebody like Cam Newton with the physical abilities that he has, so lots to like there as well. Let's talk about a guy from UCLA that maybe not a lot of people know about, quarterback Brett Hundley.
Brett Hundley, I mean, of all the guys that we're going to talk about today, he's the only one who's not in the top 10 of quarterback rating this year in the college football. He's sitting there at 39th. Right now, my problem with Brett Hundley is he just can't win the big game.
Exactly.
Last year, he lost twice to Stanford in back-to-back weeks. This year, he's lost to Stanford and Oregon back-to-back weeks. It's just kind of hard to see Brett Hundley being NFL ready. He still has a lot of things he needs to do, and he hasn't really played well in those 2 games.
Exactly, and I like his raw tools. I like the fact that he can throw the ball pretty accurately. I like the fact that he has good velocity on his short throws and good strength to get the ball down the field. What I want to see from him is stay for another year and learn how to play the game a little better. Improve your mental aspect. I believe it's going to improve him for when his future comes, when he wants to go to the NFL. He needs to learn how to stay calm, cool, and collected in clutch situations. And after that, if he can manage to win some big games and play both strong physically and mentally, I think he's going to do well in the future.
Yeah. If he comes back, UCLA definitely has the clear shot to win the Pac-12 next season.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Let's talk about the guy that everybody, I think, really wants to know about, Mr. Football himself, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. Take it away.
Okay, Johnny Manziel has put up big numbers just like he did last year, but I just don't think he is a good quarterback. You point to the Alabama game. He throws 2 critical interceptions. He goes on a fade route to the other side of the ball, other side of the field, instead of giving to Mike Evans. Then he throws a pick six to Vinny Cincinnati. It's just terrible. When you just go to Auburn game like 2 weeks ago, he scrambles around and he forces a 40-yard pass throw down the field and gets picked off. It's just bad decision-making.
Decision-making on and off the field, whether it be actually on the field when he's throwing the ball, on the field after he makes a big play and he gets in a guy's face and starts no autograph for you. He's a cocky kid off the field. He hasn't made absolutely terrible decisions, but just consistent boneheaded moves that you're thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing, Johnny? And the thing is with him, he doesn't have great, in terms of footwork, not great in the pocket. He's elusive, but as a standard quarterback, he doesn't have great footwork. He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't release the ball at the highest point. His mechanics are off. I'll give him this. He's a game changer. He likes to make big plays, but that's not going to lead him to success. He reminds me a lot of what Michael Vick was in terms of explosive and exciting to watch. Vick spends most of his time on a bench injured. He struggled mightily through early in his career. Johnny Manziel, I know a team will draft him early. Yeah. They will. They'll live him for his hype. They'll get him way too early, and then they will suffer for it. But if teams do not draft Johnny Manziel if you can afford it.
And the biggest thing is he kind of lacks maturity. I mean, you saw with the offseason, and in his past weekend, Texas A&M, I mean, that's all in athletics. The video they posted him talking about he wants to be part of Gronk, Tiger, and Charlie Sheen. What? Just like, I don't know why would Texas A&M put in that situation. It doesn't sound good at all. It's just, I mean, I just don't see.
I mean, this is a guy that a lot of people are really, really excited for in the NFL. These guys aren't having it. I tend to agree with them. We have to step away for a minute, but when we return, Ryan sits down with one of our NBA experts to break down ESPN's preseason player power rankings. Stay tuned.